was speaking to a Chronicle journalist who didn't realise he was speaking to a journalist who said that the reason that they actually, one of the problems with South by Southwest, so this isn't even Texas Relays, which is known to have a predominantly black crowd. South by Southwest isn't known to be a black event by any stretch of the imagination. But no, a prominent 6th Street owner who owns a number of bars said, quote, that there were too many niggers during South by Southwest. So if that's the view of an owner during South by Southwest, you can only imagine what that person thinks about Texas Relays, and therefore I think it's reasonable to deduce that such an owner would not want to have their bars open during Texas Relays.
Over the weekend, regardless of what's happening in the city, it's just an opportunity. If you're a night club or a bar, that's when you make your money. So regardless of who's in town, if there is an international population in town for F1, if there are bikers in town for the Rock Rally, if there are droves of black people in town for Texas Relays, all of them are in town to enjoy themselves, but also to spend money.
So there were 3 main reasons that they gave for closing. One was that they wanted to give a holiday to their staff after South by Southwest, which is obviously a very busy time, and it just so happened to fall on this weekend of Texas Relays. The second reason that they gave was the notion that it was a very violent weekend, that Texas Relays brings a different crowd and there's an increase in violence, and therefore to protect their staff they were closing down. And then the third reason that they gave was the notion that they were losing money, that because Texas Relays, the demographic is quite wide, so because you have some high school athletes, you do have teenagers coming along as well as people in their 20s, 30s and older. And the argument was that although it looked busy, those young people weren't going into the bars to spend money and to drink, they were just hanging outside on the streets, and therefore because they were losing money, they were going to close.
If you think that our money's not good enough, then we can take it someplace else. And I'm sure that's probably what's going to continue to happen. But it doesn't bid well for Austin, as far as I'm concerned, when the world has their eyes on Austin with all of the South by Southwest and all these great things that we do, but then when there are people of color who are coming, then all of a sudden you change the way you do things.